Hello, my name is Jonathan Carroll, and I am an ADD, ADHD, and executive functioning coach. Let's discuss ADHD and narcissism. What sometimes can come across as narcissistic behavior may be directly related to ADHD. Let's talk about that a little bit more. Before we discuss this topic any further, let's differentiate between the differences of ADHD and narcissism. Narcissism is egotistical or self-centered behavior. And ADHD has a variety of factors, one of them being impulsivity. So, does narcissism and ADHD go hand in hand? Well, some behaviors from ADHD can appear to be narcissistic, but more realistically speaking, sometimes when someone is doing something related to their ADHD, it may appear to be narcissistic. Does not necessarily mean that people with ADHD aren't narcissistic. It just means that we have to be able to differentiate the behavior. So let's go to two different scenarios. The first one involves having a conversation with someone who's ADHD and they keep interrupting you, they're not letting you finish, and you feel like that they are dominating the situation. Now, in reality, they may be, but more realistically speaking, someone with ADHD has a very difficult time sometimes listening to other people because they get very excited about what they want to say. I happen to do that often. But what you should do, and what I try to do with my clients, is this. I will say to my client, if they interrupt me, would you please let me finish what I'm saying? Take a second, digest what I said, and then respond. It's something that requires practice. It's not something you're going to learn overnight, and it's not something that you can do right away. You have to practice at it. Just like you have to practice at a sport like golf, you have to practice at becoming a good ADHD listener and appearing to be less narcissistic. And this will require help, and this requires somebody cueing someone to say, can you let me finish, and then respond. Do it in a nice way. Don't do it in a punitive way because then you put the other person on the defensive. And practice it, and you'll see the skill develop with more practice. The second example of narcissistic behavior in relation to ADHD is the person that seems like they are not listening to you, that they are distracted. Are there cases where someone distracts themselves while you're talking, doesn't want to hear what you have to say? Sure, let's not let everybody off the hook. But at the same time, there is something more to this than them just being self-centered or narcissistic or not caring. Where are you talking to this person? Are you talking to this person in a noisy environment? If you're at a restaurant, is the person facing the door? So you have examples that go across that sometimes add factors to why someone may not seem like they are listening to you. So, for example, in my life, because I have ADHD, when I go out to dinner with my wife, I like to sit with my back to the door. If I see the entrance, I'm going to be distracted by that and try to pick up people that are walking in, and it's more distracting for me. Again, it doesn't mean that I'm not listening, but the appearance comes across that I'm not. So in reality, by having my back to the door, I alleviate a very stressful situation. If you want to have a conversation with someone with ADHD, my recommendation is take them into a place that has less distractions if it's an important conversation. Don't try to have a serious conversation where they're a distraction because the person will seem like they're looking around. And another strategy, which I've been working on with my wife as well, and I would recommend other people, is when you go to dinner, take everyone's cell phone and put them in a pile on the table. Don't let people hold their cell phones because they will automatically appear to be distracted and sometimes will distract themselves, and it comes across as narcissistic because you don't care. But in reality, they may care, but they can't control their impulse of checking their phone. So here's a couple ideas for you. For more ideas, you can check out my blog at www.adhdcoachchicago.com. That's www.adhdcoachchicago.com. You can email me at Jonathan, Jonathan, at adhdefcoach.com, or you can call me at area code 773-888-2343. That's 773-888-ADHD. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.